One time at UNOR, I know you're disturbed now with the bond papers, but please try to focus. At UNOR, when I was discussing about learning in a criminology class, I was discussing this topic, and a criminology student in front of me yawned, opened his mouth carelessly, and I told him, "Do not open your mouth when you yawn." And he said, "Yes, sir." And then I continued the discussion, and he yawned again, opening his mouth. And I pointed my finger at him, and I told him, "You do not learn." What a blessing that the yawning became the very example of the discussion. So if teachers repeat again, they do not learn. If principals, let's spare them. But you get what I mean? If your boyfriend did it again, if your husband is still doing it, they are not learning it. So that means learning is very important, because being learned is being a changed person. You know, in religious literature, one best synonym of being holy is being learned. You cannot be learned without being holy. You cannot be holy without being learned. Let us draw an animal, a house, or a flower. Pili ka lang. An animal, a house, or a flower. Do it in 1 minute and do it now. But I would like to ask you this question. What have you observed in the drawing? Is it amazing? You sounded yes, but your laughter sounded no. Listen, common observation. This is psychology actually. General observation, general, not by all. How do we draw an animal, a house, or flower in grade 1? Is how we draw it now. And we are now teachers. Listen, I am happy that you are laughing. That means you can relate. You understand. Because I think it would be difficult to laugh without understanding. Ano ba no? Abot ganyan? Cannot be. No? Meaning, unless we have learned and somehow practice the techniques of drawing, we don't improve doing it. Do you agree? May I have a big yes? Yes! And you know what? There might be some aspects in our life, aside from drawing, that do not learn yet. Ang iba na, 30 years old na, amo pa lang puppy love. Grade 3 pa lang, nubyo-nubyo na kamo. Para mag-learn na kailangan. Ang iba na, 40 na, amo kaya nag-ibibi sa grade up. Ay, sorry ha, nadamo sa kakaiguan. Ang iba nag-32 na, nag-ibig sa first kiss. Grade 5 pa lang, mahalo ka na. Ha? You know, I don't want to mention this, but you know, generally, I don't want to mention this because this is live. Eh? May overage mo. But you know what? Generally, husbands are good in sex. So that means husbands who are grown up are even better. So girls, stop finding the younger one. Okay, I am happy that you're with me. Are we still together? Yes. So we try to sum up, huh? We fix concepts and principles so that subconscious mind would affect the conscious mind. And we must know what is learning. We must draw that cat. For you to be reminded, you draw the cat the same way your niece does. Key principles. There are many seminars I have attended that once they are using the slide, they kill us with the text. But I will leave you two terms only. The key principles and concepts of the democratic expression of ideas are, first, friendship. Please try to say it. Another one is storytelling. Please try to say it. Storytelling. If you cannot remember it, please stop teaching. Friendship and storytelling are actually concepts and principles in the democratic expression of ideas. When we say democratic here, we mean free expression. Now, how do we facilitate students inside the class and outside the class to express their ideas freely? We know for a fact that the teacher is the 90% environment. You change the teacher, you change the environment. Do you agree na? Pag amo niya ang teacher, linom. Kaya kapos smooth pa lang, tsura ko commander na. Pero pag sunod sa isa ka teacher, gawod. See? So as teachers, we must learn this. The art of friendship, of befriending, of being a friend. I remember in the seminary, we got one old professor priest. And during recitation, if you cannot answer, he would act like this. Example, you recite and you don't know, he would act like, oh. Tapos pag hindi naman ikaw walong isa, mamo naman siya, oh. Katsakit sa part mo. Hindi ka na mag-recite. Kaya wala ka pakatapos, oh. Hindi ka na pagsundon, ha? Wala ang bata, tapos sundon mo, oh. Basi ka lang masakay ka mukha lang sa tricycle, sukton mo sa bayan, tawag mo ng driver, oh. Tapos ang imo di ay makato sa imo, lesson plan mo din, ha? Hindi ka pala namin, ha? Tapos may supervisor na nilagkanto, mabal na, may you present to me your data? Don't do it. That's not being a friend. Isa din, obra ka na, no? Nagsala lang pag-pronounce. Oh! Ay, ako. Sabi ko yung kaduan yung tsura. Next, friendship. Remember this. Students feel free when they are with a friend. They do not express ideas freely with enemies. Biskan kita, abi mo pag-aano ko to, pag-aano kontra ko, pero ko ka pakadlaw. Lagi na dali ko matapos kay patyon mo na sir. Joke lang. But you know, the presence of enemy is actually a declaration of war. There can only be war if there is an enemy. Walang war na walang enemy. Ang mo may gira ka so, sino kontra? Wala. Cannot be. Pag-apin yung iskan, gamay lang ng away-away. It creates a war in you. Kakapoy nga may upod ka na teacher, na wala kung mga sa pakanay. Ang ginalinan sa away nyo, sinsilyo sa Lord. Listen. Why is it that Children are influenced by bad friends. Why is it they experience the peer pressure? Why they take marijuana, shabu, all those things? Why they gamble themselves into premarital sex? Why is it they reach to the point that they could have an age? Why is it they are dropping? Why? Because of wrong friendship. Though friends will tell you bad, it is appealing because it is coming from a friend. And even if you are a parent and yet you are not a friend, though your statements are very noble, it's praiseworthy, it doesn't make sense to them because you're not a friend. And once you become a teacher and you depart your being to being a friend, don't expect that your words will be listened to. Basta kontra ka na, biska ng speeches na ni Abraham Lincoln sa ulado mo, sa panulukan niya, wala huya. Laing batasan ka. That is why it is so important to be a friend. Jesus was a friend. That's why Jesus experienced betrayal. You cannot experience betrayal to a stranger. You know, I've been betrayed. By who? By a stranger. It cannot be. We can only be betrayed by a friend. Siya to kasakit kay friend ka mo. Ay, tari ko na yung libak sa imo, ang limbaklan mo lang din ka. Pero ang libak sa imo, best friend. Siya to kasakit ang relasyon ng transaksyon. Ikaw ay pinagpalit. By a friend. I think this is just very simple, and I think we know this. I think some of you are practicing this. Be friendly with your students. Because once it is a friend, you transcend. Di ba kung gadali ka maglakat, kung may duwa pa naman make-up, may waon niya, papildiriya, kung ano naman may gusto sa pagyan. Yung ginawa ka na lang kag, ginang maulat lang to. Kay friend, ginaulat to. Pero kung ginaulat mo kung kontra, nung saan ko sa basin. Okay. Would you like to be patient with children? Would you like to be patient? Would you like to transcend things? Consider them a friend and be a friend to them. Remember, we cannot influence our enemies. We can only influence